Hey everyone! This is probably the only serious video I will ever make, but what I want to say is very far from funny. I was recently on the doctor show, as many of you know. My segment was supposed to shine a light on the fact that topical steroids are abused and how it has affected my life as well as many others. I am going through topical steroid withdrawal. I mention it on this segment. When I was approached to be on the show, the producers were very empathetic and told me that the doctor I would be seeing believed in topical steroid withdrawal and that topical steroids used for a prolonged period of time is not okay. I was ecstatic. I was given a chance of a lifetime to express on national television that topical steroids are being abused. And to top it off, I would have a dermatologist on national television say the same thing. Before shooting began, I was told to try and not mention my condition because they wanted the dermatologist to explain what it was. However, I could not explain my full background without giving myself some credit for finding out what I was going through. I was almost 9 months into my withdrawal. How could I not mention it? When I arrived at Dr. Bactra's, she was very sweet and very kind, and to this day I still think she's a very marvelous lady. She knew her stuff. She even mentions on camera that topical steroids are only meant for a short period of time. Off camera, we spoke a lot about what I've been going through and other treatments that are available to people with eczema in general. She was very eloquent when discussing her understanding of atopic dermatitis and eczema. She knows it's not an inflammatory problem, it's a skin barrier problem. Using topical steroids as a chronic band-aid can cause severe damage. We need to find a way to help manage our skin barrier. This is what caused her to swab me. She knew because my skin was so open that I probably had an infection. Did she say that an infection is the cause of all my pain? No. Did the show edit the film to make it look like the cause of all my suffering was the MRSA they found on my skin? Yeah. They concentrated on the MRSA on my skin, which is not to be confused with being infected with MRSA. It's two very different things. Thousands upon thousands of people have MRSA on their skin. You can pick it up anywhere. Hospitals, malls, schools, airports that I was walking through. Everywhere. Dr. Bactra unfortunately didn't mention my true condition on air, and to be honest, a lot of stuff that was filmed didn't make it on air. Dr. Jennifer Ashton, the female host on the show, was my saving grace. She mentions that my diagnosis of myself was correct. I know and they know what was truly happening. I should have known better. I should have known that on national television they weren't going to come out and bluntly state that topical steroids did this to me. They tiptoed around it, and they advocated it by what they didn't say. They knew that what I have is steroid-induced eczema, so giving me more steroids would be detrimental to my recovery. I had a lot that I wanted to say on air, and I was ready to say it. However, my answer at the end was completely edited out. I looked like a moron with my "I'm reassured" answer. I actually went on to say that I was very reassured that TSW was finally being discussed and taken seriously, and that us sufferers finally have some confidence to go out and know that the misuse of topical steroids did do this to us. But I guess I wasn't allowed to say that since it slighted the medical community that heavily prescribed topical steroids. The show would have probably received a lot of flack from the medical community if they had harped on the subject. Plain and simple. It was an utter injustice to have this condition be put in the back seat behind a simple MRSA swab. So I'm going to end on this. I'm sorry the segment was not an accurate picture of what it was meant to be. Topical steroid withdrawal is not a picnic. We don't choose to go through this because it's easy. The right path usually isn't the easy one, so that's why a lot of people end up going back on the steroids. Topical steroid withdrawal is about your health. You've seen my pictures. They're pretty horrifying. That is what prolonged use of topical steroids can do to you. Does it happen to every single person that uses topical steroids for a prolonged period of time? I don't know. I can't give you that answer. But from the thousands that I have seen go through this, as well as what you've seen me go through because of steroids, why on earth would you want to take that risk? There are many other ways to help your skin. Get tested. Get tested for allergies, get tested for irritants, get swabbed for bacterial infection or fungal infection, and get the right medication for each one. Eat right. All the sugar and carbs and processed foods that we eat destroys our insides, and externally it shows. Take care of yourself. Steroids are generally not your answer. Please understand that. What I am going through is helping me get back to my health because I don't really want to live a life anymore that's dictated by topical steroids and whether or not I can go out to the pharmacy in time before my body starts going crazy. I'm through with that life, and I don't wish that life on anyone. I love you all, and I hope this video helps you see that this condition isn't foolish or trivial or not real. Be your best advocate. You only have one life, so take control of it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all of your support.